Can I use my leased truck for Uber Lyft? If you are thinking about using your leased truck for ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft, you might want to consider a few important factors. First, ride-sharing companies have specific vehicle requirements. They typically requiring vehicles with 4 doors and enough seating for at least 4 passengers. Most trucks, especially those designed for heavy-duty work, do not meet these criteria. They are built primarily for hauling goods rather than transporting people. Now, if you have a smaller truck that could potentially fit the passenger capacity requirements, there are still some hurdles to consider. For instance, Uber and Lyft usually requiring vehicles to be relatively new, often from 2006 or newer. Additionally, the vehicle must be free of any cosmetic damage, which can be a challenge for trucks used in commercial settings. Next, let's talk about your leasing agreement. If your truck is leased, it's essential to review the terms of that agreement. Many leasing contracts have restrictions on personal use or commercial activities like ride-sharing. If your agreement prohibits such use, you may not be able to drive for Uber or Lyft at all. Insurance is another critical aspect. Ride-sharing companies requiring specific insurance coverage that might differ from standard vehicle insurance. If your truck is leased, you need to ensure your insurance policy covers ride-sharing activities. This can sometimes be complicated and may lead to higher costs. Regulatory compliance is also a factor to keep in mind. In places like New York City, for example, the Taxi and Limousine Commission has strict regulations for vehicles used in ride-sharing. Trucks typically do not meet these regulations due to their size and intended use. In practical terms, using a leased truck for Uber or Lyft is generally not feasible. The vehicle requirements for ride-sharing services do not align with the typical design and purpose of trucks. For those interested in ride-sharing, it is usually more practical to use a vehicle that meets the specific requirements set by Uber and Lyft. If you are considering entering the ride-sharing market, it may be best to look for a suitable car that meets all the necessary criteria.